Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve some properties of rational numbers. We have already learned about properties of rational numbers. So what are properties of rational numbers? Different types of properties of rational numbers: commutative property, closure property, associative property, distributive property. Even we have learned about additive identity, multiplicative identity, additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. So whatever properties we have learned, that we are going to apply here in these sums and solve the sums. Now for example, the question number 1, using properties find the sum. So what are you going to do now? The sum is given on the board. 2 upon 5 multiplied by minus 3 upon 7 minus 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2 plus 1 upon 14 into 2 upon 5. Now I will divide this into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. So this will be a 1, 2, 3. You can see this is main sign is multiplication here, main sign is multiplication, main sign is multiplication. So all these multiplication sums I have divided into 3 parts, first, second and third. Now what I am going to do, I am going to apply one property. So while applying the property, I am going to combine 1 and 3. Now when I am combining 1 and 3 means I am exchanging these digits. I am exchanging the place of this multiplication sum. So first one is what? 2 upon 5. First part is 2 upon 5 into minus 3 upon 7. This is your first part. Then I am going to write down the third part over here along with the plus sign. I am going to combine the third part with the first part along with the plus, and I am applying the property over here. I am applying commutative property. So what is commutative property? Commutative property means you are exchanging the places of the digits. So I am exchanging the place of this one. So 2 upon 5 into minus 3 upon 7 plus 1 upon 14 into 2 upon 5. So this will come here. So I am exchanging the place of the that sum. So it will be plus 1 upon 14 into 2 upon 5. So what have I done? First and third I have exchanged, or second and third I have exchanged. Third I have placed it over here, and second I am going to place it over here. So this is called as commutative property, exchanging of the places. So 2 upon 5 into minus 1 upon 3, this is your first one. Then now this is your third one, what I have exchanged with the second one. And the second one, the second sum I am going to write down here. So it will be along with this minus sign. So minus 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2. So this is your second sum, what it is here. I have exchanged second and third. So I have exchanged the places of second and third. So when you are exchanging the digits, it is called as commutative property. So which property I have applied over here? It is commutative property. It is commutative property. Now, in the first and third, can you see 2 upon 5 and 2 upon 5 is repeated. In first and third sum, 2 upon 5 and 2 upon 5 is repeated. So what am I going to do? 2 upon 5 I am going to take it as common. And what else is repeated? Even multiplication sign is repeated. So that also I am going to take it as common. So 2 upon 5, 2 upon 5 and multiplication sign both are repeated. That I am going to take it common, and the rest of the thing I am going to put it in the bracket. So what is remaining now? Minus 3 upon 7 plus 1 upon 14. So minus 3 upon 7 plus 1 upon 14. I am going to put it in the bracket. Now this the second sum I am going to write it as it is. 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2. Now what are you going to do? Here you are going to solve the bracket. Now 2 upon 5 is repeated, so I have taken it as common, and rest of the things I have put in the bracket. This property it is called as distributive property. So I have used one more property over here, that is distributive property. So it is distributive property. So 2 upon 5 is repeated, so I have removed as common, and rest of the things I have taken in the bracket, that is called as distributive property. So two properties I have used up till now, commutative property and distributive property. Now I will do the calculation. 2 upon 5 into Now 7 and 14, the denominators are not same. So you have to find out the LCM. So what will be the LCM of 7 and 14? So the LCM of 7 and 14 will be 14. The LCM of 7 and 14. If you don't know how to find out, so you can find out by this method, prime factorization method. 7 ones are 7 twos are 2 ones are 2 ones are. So 7 twos are 14. So I have got the LCM as 7 twos are 14. Now you have to make the find out the numerators. Now 7 when 14 comes in 7 table, multiply by 2. When if you multiply by 2 in the denominator, you have to multiply by 2 in the numerator also. So 3 twos are 6. So minus 6 is your answer here. Now when 14 comes in 14 table, 14 ones are. So when you multiply 1 in the denominator, you can multiply 1 in the numerator also. So your answer will be 1 ones are, plus sign as it is. Plus sign is your main sign. So main sign as it is, 1 ones are 1. Rest of the things you are going to write 1 into 6, 3 upon 2. So 2 upon 5. Now we are going to write down the same sum again. So first you are going to solve the bracket. So 2 upon 5 into minus 6 plus 1 becomes minus 5 upon 14. So you get this, and the rest of the sum as it is you are going to write 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2. Now always check, this is the first part, this is again the second part. Don't get confused with the sign. This is your main sign over here, and the minus sign is for 5. So main sign is your multiplication. Here also your main sign is multiplication. So means you have to multiply this, you have to multiply this. So this is your first one and this is your second one. So make two parts and underline. So you will understand whether you have to multiply or whether you have to subtract. Now your main sign is your subtraction. Means this, whatever answer you get of this and this you have to subtract. So now this is multiplication. So multiplication is what? Multiplication of rational numbers already you have studied. It is numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. Or you can divide. Now 5 ones are 5 ones are. 2 ones are 2 sevens are 14. So now what is your answer? 1, you write 1 multiplied by minus 1. Don't forget to write minus sign because minus sign is already here. Your main sign is multiplication and minus sign will go for 1. So minus 1 upon, again here it is 1 into 7. And this also you can do the calculation for the second part. What it is? 3 ones are 3 twos are. 3 ones are 3 twos are. So write down the answer now. Minus sign, your main sign will come as it is. 1 multiplied by 1. 1 multiplied by 1 and 2 multiplied by 2. So 2 multiplied by 2. So what will be your answer now here? 1 multiplication, again your main sign. So 1 multiplied by 1 is 1, plus minus becomes minus. 1 into 7 is 7. Minus sign as it is, 1 into 1 is 1 and 2 twos are 4. Now your main sign is your minus sign, means you are going to do subtraction over here. So how are you going to do subtraction? Again the denominators are not same, they are not equal. So again you are going to find out the LCM for 7 and 4. So what will be the LCM for 7 and 4? You can find it by prime factorization method. 7 4s are 28. Now you have to find out the numerators also. So now when 28 comes in 7 table, 7 4s are 28. When you multiply 4 in the denominator, you have to multiply 4 in the numerator also. So when now 28 comes in 4 table, it is 4 7s are 28. So when you multiply 7 in the denominator, you have to multiply in the numerator as well. Now do multiplication. 1 4s are 4, minus sign as it is. This main sign will come as minus sign, 7 ones are 7. So now again integers. You have already learned integers, how to do addition and subtraction. Minus and minus becomes plus. So your answer will be 7 plus 4 is 11. And the greater number sign is minus sign. So minus So your answer is minus 20. Again, I just take a recap of this sum. 2 upon 5 into minus 3 upon 7 minus 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2 plus 1 upon 14 into 2 upon 5. Here we have used two properties, that is commutative property and distributive property. So we have just exchanged. Commutative property means we have just exchanged second and third, the places of second and third parts, the sums. So it will be 1 upon 14 into 2 upon 5 will come in the second place and this will be shifted over here. That is called as commutative property. Distributive property, now you can see here 2 upon 5 is repeated. So we have taken it as common and then minus 3 upon 7 plus 1 upon 14 have come in the bracket. And this rest minus 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2 as it is you have to write. And then you have to do the calculation over here. Now, what concepts we have covered in this sum? Two properties we have used, commutative property, distributive property. Then we have done the multiplication of rational numbers, already we have studied, that also concept we have covered here. And even the subtraction of rational numbers. And even we are finding out the LCM. So all these concepts we have used in this sum. Now distributive property, we are going concept wise. So now distributive property, we solve the sum based on this. Verify that minus of minus x is equals to x. Now whenever verification or you have to verify anything, always you have to consider LHS and RHS. Now you can see here x minus and minus x. So this is your LHS and x is your RHS. So we'll just see LHS and RHS. So what is your LHS means left hand side and right hand side. What is on your left hand side is minus of minus x. So minus of minus x. And what is on your right hand side is x. Now we have got the value of x, that is minus 13 upon 7. The value is already given. We have to check whether it is same or not. LHS is equal to RHS or not. So now we are going to only substitute the value. Substitute the value means whatever the value of x is given, that is minus 13 upon 7. So in place of x we are going to write minus 13 upon 7. So these two minus sign as it is you are going to write. Just pay attention. These two minus sign, this minus and this minus, you are going to write as it is. This minus and this minus you are going to write as it is. And what is the value of x? I am just hiding this now. What is the value of x? Value of x is minus 13 upon 7. So again I am going to put it in the bracket, minus 13 upon 7. Don't get confused with two negative signs. These two negative signs will come as it is. You have to hide that and then you are going to write down the value of x is minus 13 upon 7. So value of x is a negative rational number. So the minus sign will come for the value of x here. So minus 13 upon 7. Now we will do it, minus and minus becomes plus and minus 13 upon 7. So you got the answer as minus 13 upon 7. So what is the value of x? Already given. You have to only prove it whether this is equal to this or what. So the value of x is minus 13 upon 7. So are you getting minus 13 upon 7? So both are equal. Minus 30 upon 7 is equal to minus 13 upon 7. Nothing you have to do, you only have to substitute the value of x. The first step is you have to write LHS, RHS. So what is your left hand side? Minus of minus x. So write your minus of minus x. And what is your right hand side is x. Now only substitute the value in LHS, not in RHS. Because RHS already it is given minus 13 upon 7. So you have to only substitute the value of x in left hand side. That is minus and minus as it is you have to write. Hide this. X value is minus 13 upon 7. So write minus 13 upon 7. Minus and minus becomes plus. So minus 13 upon 7 is your answer. So check RHS, is it minus 13 upon 7? If it is same, so it is verified. So at last you have to write down hence verified. Hence verified. Why? Because LHS is equal to RHS. So it is verified. I will give you one more sum on this. X is equals to 11 upon 15. X is equals to 11 upon 15. Now substitute the value and check whether LHS is equals to RHS or not. Solve on your own. And comment your answer. Now the next question is 10 then what property allows you to compute? Now you have to identify which property it is. We have already learned the properties for rational numbers. So what is commutative property? Exchanging of the places of the digits. So what is now just we'll check which property it is. 1 upon 3 into 6 into 4 upon 3. Can you see the brackets over here? As 1 upon 3 into 6 into 4 upon 3. 1 upon 3, 1 upon 3, 6, 6, 4 upon 3. All the rational numbers are same. But what is the difference here? The brackets have been changed. The brackets here it is for 6 into 4 upon 3 and the brackets are changed over here for 1 upon 3 into 6. So when the brackets are changed, it is called as associative property. But we have to prove it. So now this will take it as LHS and this will take it as RHS. LHS and RHS. Now we'll solve. Now whenever we are solving, first we have to solve the bracket. So we can solve over here 3 ones are 3 twos are. So answer is 2 into 4. 2 into 4 is 8. So now here 1 into 8, here it is denominator, we can take it as 1. Now it is multiplication of rational numbers. So multiplication of rational numbers means numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator. So 8 ones are 8, 3 ones are 3. Now we check with the left hand side. So now you can directly do it. 3 ones are 3, twos are 6. So what is your answer? 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. Into first always you are going to solve the bracket. Again your multiplication is there, multiplied by 4 upon 3. Now when no denominator is given, you have to take it as 1. 2 into 4 is 8. 1 into 3 is 3. So is left hand side and right hand side equal? Yes, it is equal. So it is, this property is called as associative property. So which property it is? This property is called as associative property. You have to identify. What is the question actually? You have to identify which property. The sum is already given, so the brackets are changed. So you have to identify which property it is. So it is a property called as associative property, and we have proved it also. So if we get LHS is equal to RHS, so this property is called as associative property. Now the next concept is additive inverse. We have already learned in the properties of rational numbers what is additive inverse. Additive means the plus. So what is the additive inverse means? When you add, suppose one positive rational number with the negative rational number, it is always equal to 0. So inverse means what? Opposite. Now what is the additive inverse means? Opposite we have to write. Now minus 6 upon minus 5 is a positive rational number. Minus and minus becomes positive. Two similar signs. Whether it is minus minus or plus plus, it is a positive rational number. So this is a positive rational number. First you have to identify whether it is negative or positive. Then you have to write down the additive inverse. Additive inverse means the opposite. So what is the opposite of minus 6 upon minus 5? That will be minus 6 upon 5. One positive rational number will become a negative rational number. So we will just go with the other example. 2 upon minus 9. First to identify whether it is a positive rational number or negative rational number. So it is a negative rational number. So inverse you have to write down. So what will be the inverse of 2 upon minus 9? It will be 2 upon 9. So additive inverse means the opposites. So 2 upon minus 9 will become plus 2 upon 9, and minus and minus is positive, so it will become negative. So minus 6 upon 5. So this is the other concept, that is additive inverse, opposite, minus 6 upon 5 and here 2 upon 9. I'll give you one more example. 19 upon minus 6. Solve this on your own and comment the answer. Next concept is about multiplicative inverse. What is multiplicative inverse? We have already learned this in the previous session. Multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. Multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. So you have to find out the reciprocal of the particular rational number. Now here the question is find the multiplicative inverse. This is the question from exercise 1.1. So what is the sum given here? Minus 5 7. Two rational numbers are given. The main sign is multiplication. So what we have to do? We have to find out the multiplicative inverse. But before that, you have to multiply these two rational numbers. So how are you going to multiply these two rational numbers? Minus 5 into minus 3. Numerator into numerator. Denominator into denominator. So what will be your answer? 5 3s are 50, minus and minus becomes plus. 7 8s are 56, plus and plus becomes plus. So you have got 15 upon 56. Now you have to find out the multiplicative inverse of this rational number. They have given the two rational numbers, you have to multiply. So we have multiplied numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. Minus and minus becomes plus, plus and plus becomes also plus. So 15 upon 56 you have got the answer. Now you have to find out the multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. We have already learned the reciprocal of fraction. Even we have learned for rational numbers also. So 15 upon 56, what will be the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of 15 upon 56? Only up and down. Denominator will go in the numerator's place and numerator will come in the denominator's place. So 56 and 15 will go in the denominator. So this is your reciprocal of minus 5 upon 8 to minus 3 upon 7. So the sum is given, you have to multiply, and whatever the rational number gets, you have to find out the multiplicative inverse of this rational number. So what is the multiplicative inverse of 15 upon 56? It will be 56 upon 15. So this is the answer. Now the next one more example will solve, that is minus 1. Now what will be the multiplicative inverse of minus 1? Here only numerator is given, so we can add the denominator as 1. Again the same way, 1 upon 1. This one will go here, minus sign as it is. No need to shift minus sign down. Minus sign can be there itself. So only 1 upon 1. So what you get, the multiplicative inverse of minus 1? Minus 1 itself. So minus 1 upon minus 1 is minus 1 upon minus 1 itself. Okay, so this is. Now one more sum I will give you. Minus 1 into minus 2 upon 5. Now this sum is in the same way. Same way you are going to solve and solve on your own and comment the answer. One more example we will see with the same concept, that is multiplicative inverse, that is reciprocal. So here I have written the question, multiply 6 upon 13 by the reciprocal of minus 7 upon 16. First understand the question. Multiply means you have to multiply with the multiplication sign. 6 upon 13. So we go step by step. What it is? 6 upon 13. So 6 upon 13 we write. Multiply. So we multiplication sign by the reciprocal. What means reciprocal? You know how to write down the reciprocal of minus 7 upon 16. So I will just minus sign and write as it is here, and only 7 and 16 are reciprocal. So 16 will go in the numerator place and 7 will come in the denominator place. So 16 upon 7. Understood how I have written this? Multiply 6 upon 13. So write 6 upon 13 first. Multiply, write down the multiplication sign by the reciprocal. So you have to do the reciprocal of minus 7 upon 16. So minus 7 upon 16, minus sign write as it is, and 7 will come in the denominator's place and 16 will come in the numerator's place. So we have got the sum. Now what we have to do? Multiplication is your main sign. So this can go in the bracket. Multiplication is your main sign. You have to multiply. So how are you going to multiply now? 6 multiplied by minus 16. Numerator with numerator. Denominator with denominator. And 13 multiplied by 7. So what will be your answer? 16 6 are 96. Plus. Here it is plus. Plus and minus becomes minus. 13 sevens are 91. So you have multiplied numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. So plus into minus becomes minus, plus and plus becomes plus. Now you have to, this is your answer. Minus 6 upon 91 is your answer. So how we have done? So again this is the one more example of multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. So whatever answer we have got or whatever question is given, you have to just follow the instructions and read the question carefully and then solve the sum. So for this question, this is the answer minus 96 upon 91. Now again with the same concept we are going to check with the other example, that is multiplicative inverse. So what is the other example? Now is 8 upon 9 the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 integer 1 upon 8? Now you have to read the question carefully. Is 8 upon 9, so I will write 8 upon 9 over here. The multiplicative inverse of minus 1 8 upon 9. Now this minus 1 8 upon 9, you have to, this is in the mixed fraction, you have to convert into improper fraction. So 8 ones are 8 plus 1, that will be 9 upon 8. Again I tell you, 8 ones are 8 plus 1, that is 9. So the numerator will be 9. And here the denominator is already 8. I have converted and the minus sign will be as it is. Minus sign will be as it is. Understood? 8 upon 9 I have written, and how to convert this? 8 ones are 8 plus 1, that is 9. The denominator is 8, so the denominator will come as 8 and the minus sign will come as it is. Now you have to check, is 8 upon 9 the multiplicative inverse of minus 9 upon 8. So whether it is multiplicative inverse or not, you have to prove it. So how I will to prove it? Now when I multiply 8 upon 9 with minus 9 upon 8, 8 ones are 9 minus 9 ones are 9. Now 1 into this one multiplied by minus 1 upon 1 into 1. So your answer is what? 1 ones are 1, but plus into minus becomes minus upon 1. So your answer is minus 1. Now when you multiply 8 upon 9 into minus 9 upon 1, you get the answer minus 1. But what is the rule for multiplicative inverse? When you multiply two rational numbers, when you multiply the reciprocal of the first rational number, you get the product as plus 1. But here you are getting the product as minus 1. So what do we conclude? That 8 upon 9 is not the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 integer 1 upon 1. So 8 upon 9 is not the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 integer 1 upon 8. Again I will explain you. The question is what? 8 upon 9 is 8 upon 9 the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 upon 8. So multiplicative inverse means reciprocal. And what is the rule of the reciprocal? If one rational number is given and if we multiply with the reciprocal of that rational number, the answer should be always plus 1. So when we multiply 8 upon 9 into minus 9 upon 8, we are not getting plus 1, we are getting minus 1. So therefore 8 upon 9 is not the multiplicative inverse of minus 1 integer 1 upon 8. This is the sum for the same concept, that is multiplicative inverse, what we have solved just now. So this sum you are going to solve on your own and comment your answer. The question is 0.3 the multiplicative inverse of 3 integer 1 upon 3, why or why not? So solve on your own and comment the answer. Now up till now whatever sums we have solved from exercise 1.1.